everyone, welcome to TheFeminismProject.com. Today we're talking to two of the stars from All for One, and you can find this web series on Kinda TV and on ABC Spark Canada. But right now we're going to talk to Gwenlyn Cumyn and Linnea Currie-Roberts, the stars of All for One. So you play Dorothy, right, Gwenlyn?
That's right, yeah.
And then Linnea, you play Connie.
I do, yeah.
And of course you guys are shipped, which we'll get to in a bit. Your characters are shipped. But I want to know, the last episode I've seen is episode 8. I know episode 9 will come out by the time this video comes out. But in episode 8, Connie said to Dorothy, you are not my girlfriend, and kind of freaked out. So what do you think drove Connie to that point?
She has a girlfriend back home, so I guess she was feeling a little bit of tension. And
she, of course, Rick the Dick was a big part of episode 8. Also known as Douche Canoe, if I'm correct.
Yeah, that's the same person, right?
Same person. And so both of your characters are sort of adjusting to this new life in college. And I know you both mentioned that you were homeschooled. So what were your experiences like, having been homeschooled and then going to university? Why don't we start with you, Gwenlyn?
Well, I was only homeschooled for a very brief amount of time, just like 1 year. And then I went to theater school, which isn't exactly an average representation of the normal university experience. I did this program right after high school called Katimavik, which doesn't exist anymore, thanks to Mr. Harper, but Trudeau, you got me. It was a volunteer program where you traveled around the country and you volunteered for nonprofits and you lived with a group of 10 young people.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that I felt was like my dorm room kind of college experience. Living with people you don't really want to live with.
Yeah, so I guess that sort of gave you that same sort of feeling of camaraderie with your peers.
And for the first time kind of learning about people who don't come from the same background as you do.
Right.
Which is definitely not what you get in homeschool.
Of course, right? How about you, Linnea?
Well, I went to high school with you.
Yeah.
So I got a little bit of that out before I went to college. I did eat a couple lunches in the bathroom in high school because I ran out of places to walk in the school and I didn't want to be sitting alone eating.
I was homeschooled. That was so lonely. Legit,
Was it better when you went back to school?
For the next couple years, I skipped grade 6, powered through grade 7 and 8, and then went to an arts high school and it was fine.
Okay, that's good. Well, I finally found a group of friends, these girls that I thought were nice, and I asked to sit with them at lunch, and they said yes, and then I continued to ask for about a month, and then eventually they're like, Linnea, you don't need to ask anymore, you can just sit with us. And then the rest of high school was fine. I found my art people and my different groups of friends, so it was good. And then again went to an art college, so it was not a normal post-secondary experience.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. So your characters are queer on the show, All for One, right? And so that's a little bit different than traditional shows that have kind of been targeted towards teen audiences.
Mm-hmm.
And so, back in the 80s, 90s, we had Saved by the Bell and stuff. Things are different now, right? So how do you feel your representation of the post-secondary character and stuff is different than how they used to show people from back then?
I think it's a little more true to reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's sort of with any group that doesn't feel fairly represented, it's just sort of real life. That's what happens. Not everybody's a straight blonde person.
Exactly. Representation is more diverse now, right? So would you think that's the biggest change for this generation of television?
Yeah, I think what this show does in particular, we were talking before, we didn't even know that it was a problem or something that was missing necessarily, but in particular bi representation is something that doesn't happen enough.
Well, this is a big thing for your show, being a bi-lead character, right?
Yeah.
So how does the show do it? Represent it?
She just lives her life. And it actually just occurred to me, is Connie?
Bye?
Yeah. What is?
I was actually thinking about that the other day because I was thinking how cool it was that your character stated that. I'm not sure. I mean, I guess that's for the writers to put out there.
So now Connie has a girlfriend.
Connie has a girlfriend.
She's currently in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
I guess we haven't really seen Connie get to explore her sexuality in any other way.
No, exactly. I mean, I'd kind of like her to be bi. I don't know if I could say that.
Or a lesbian.
I mean, it's fine, whatever she is, of course. Like, she's allowed to have whatever sexuality she wants. So maybe scratch that. She can be who she wants to be. But
It is like you are representative, so you I think you get to ultimate
No, I think it's cool to see those characters on TV or on the computer. Yeah, because you don't see them all the time. So, and I like we were talking earlier about how it's not a big deal. It's not about how like Dorothy being bi is a show. She's just bi, and it's about other stuff in her life.
That's awesome. I love that.
But it is said out loud.
It is.
Yes, it's like it's explicit.
Yeah.
So something that you guys haven't mentioned yet on the show is whether or not you guys are feminists. Do you think Dorothy's a feminist? Do you think Connie's? And then are you guys feminists in real life? Want to talk about that?
All of the above.
Yeah, of course. In the show, it is like very much like MST, the sorority, is like a very well-known feminist sorority, and that's particularly why I think Dorothy wants
Dorothy
to
has
go.
a mug that says "Wake up and smell the estrogen."
Oh,
That's amazing. Yeah, definitely.
And then, as you know, female actresses in this industry, do you identify as feminists as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yep. That's a pretty good answer. Yeah. Bottom line,
I mean, there are sometimes conflicts. I think I was just thinking about. I'm in a bit of a situation today, but it's complicated getting work and being a feminist.
Yes.
We know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Especially so sort of, maybe with roles that you don't want to, you think maybe they portray women in a bad light, or
yeah. But who am I to say no to work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, it's a
Conflict, hardships.
Yes.
Rising star, Gwenlyn Cumyn. What do you hope audiences take away from Dorothy and Connie?
I hope they don't take away Dorothy's violence.
there was a lot.
You punched someone, right?
Yeah, threatening to punch people.
I have black eyes all the time. I guess they do. I hope they do take away Dorothy's go get 'em attitude. Yeah.
And Connie?
I've never thought about that. They take away her
Beautiful blue eyes.
then I'd be eyeless.
She has more to offer.
So now we're going to have a little look at Tumblr, because of course there's a really popular Dornie tag on Tumblr, and we're going to see what Linnea and Gwenlyn think of the fan art that they've come across, or that we're going to show them. Are you ready?
Are you ready for it? Are you guys ready for it?
No, I'm ready.
Okay, we're gonna start with an image, okay? We're gonna do this. Somebody made this, and actually it's quite good. Ready?
So
adorable.
Connie and
Yeah.
Dorothy, great. You guys should probably put it on a shirt or something.
Yeah,
This would be a great tank top cut off.
Great idea.
Yeah. I'd wear it to pick up chicks in the bar. Are you ready for this one? Now, what do you think of this? It's the caption, Dorothy, Hard Eyes, Castlemore.
Accurate.
Aww. She's making me blush, so.
Oh, look at you.
No wonder you're shipped.
And it appears as though, Rounder Alpaca thinks you're a big yes for bisexual visibility in media.
Big round of alpaca.
Yeah.
Hashtag I love this web series already. All for one.
guys ship? Yeah, from the show, who do you ship?
Dornie.
Dornie forever. Dornie is your OTP?
For sure.
Yeah.
Bonecastle?
Emily Castle or Dornie?
Yeah, what do you prefer?
Dornie Castle.
Yeah.
Dornie Castle. I love it. Thank you, Gwenlyn and Linnea, for joining us today at thefeminismproject.com.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, guys.